Well, James Comey is really the gift that keeps on giving. Welcome back to the Daily Facts. So today we're going to take a listen to some of what James Comey said on Face the Nation. He was just on there and he's talking, but just a little background on James Comey. I mean, remember in July of 2016, just months before we were going to go vote for president between Hillary Clinton and uh, Donald Trump, James Comey came out about Hillary Clinton's 30,000 emails. Did you know, by the way, she had several different servers and she used multiple mobile devices? So these 30,000 emails that were, I believe they were found on Wiener's laptop. And yeah, there was, according to Comey, there were 110 classified emails. 8 of them were top secret, 36 were secret, and 8 were confidential. And it just goes on and on and on. Now, I recall hearing about Hillary Clinton and her team bleach bidding, the destroying and smashing the laptops and devices and bleach bidding. But there is that thing called NSA. And they, I mean, because you beat up the tangible or the physical, you still, it's technology, it's online, it's, they have, the NSA has access to everything. So I would imagine that you doing that would not eliminate or remove those emails. They're out there in the ether. So anyway, Comey came out and gave that press briefing and said that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. And then, but prior to that, he proceeds to lay out what the prosecution's case could actually be. It's just disgraceful. But anyway, that's James Comey. So yeah, he's out there again. James Comey reminds me of the song "The Gambler" by Kenny Rogers, probably one of my all-time favorite songs. It's definitely in the top 5. But some of the lyrics go, you've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Well, James Comey does not know when to walk away or run. So let's get into this this interview, and it's going to be painful, but I'm going to try to get through it. So let's go ahead and get started.
We are back with former FBI Director James Comey. He used to be a registered Republican, but this week he will speak at the Convention on Founding Principles, which is a gathering of Republicans who are not happy with President Trump. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Margaret.
I want to get your reaction and insight into what we learned this week, which was that the Southern District of New York indicted former Trump White House official and campaign strategist Steve Bannon for alleged fraud. He's now the 6th close Trump associate to be criminally charged by the DOJ.
Okay, so these are the 6 that have been, some are in jail or prison, I should say. Some were released. President Trump pardoned them, like Roger Stone. Paul Manafort is still languishing, I do believe, in prison. Paul Manafort, if I'm not mistaken, was charged with mortgage fraud, or it was not related to anything about the campaign. Roger Stone was convicted on threatening someone about emails, but that's, I mean, we're all our own person, right? So we make choices. Michael Flynn is still struggling with Judge Sullivan because Judge Sullivan does not want to drop this case, even though the Department of Justice said we're done and there are no prosecutors there to prosecute the case, but Judge Sullivan is still clinging to hope. Michael Cohen, he perjured himself. And Steve Bannon is innocent until proven guilty. And there are documents out there. I went through the indictment of Steve Bannon, so you may want to check that out on the Daily Facts. Let me show you that real quick. Right here, Stephen K. Bannon. So I read through that indictment. All right, so let's keep going here.
You used to run the SDNY. What do you make of this case?
Well, it's another reminder of the kind of people this president surrounds himself with. At this point, they could almost start their own crime family.
You know, I have to stop there. That's just ludicrous on its face. I mean, let's talk about the people that James Comey was surrounded by. Andrew McCabe, Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, Kevin Kleinsmith, who just pled guilty to altering an email and just threw Carter Page's life into disarray for a very long period of time. John Brennan. I mean, the list goes on and on. Would that be a crime family, James Comey? Let's continue.
It's a very serious case. The Southern District of New York has laid it out in a very detailed indictment called a speaking indictment, and he's in a world of trouble.
A world of trouble. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's a very serious fraud case with a huge...
I read through the indictment. So I don't know, but Comey, I read through the indictment on Bannon, so you can go out there and look. Let's fast forward a little bit. Really what I want to get to is James Comey talking about he can't imagine that he's part of the Russia probe. So let's fast forward to that.
interested in being part of an illegitimate effort like that.
I have to ask you, the Justice Department is investigating the investigation into 2016. Do you know if you were a witness or a target, or have you sat for an interview with John Durham as part of the investigation?
Yeah, I have no idea. I've had no contact with him and haven't talked to him.
Do you believe that that means you are a target?
I can't imagine that I'm a target. I saw the news report that John Brennan was a witness. Given that I know what happened during 2016, which was a bunch of people trying to do the right thing, consistent with the law, I'm not worried at all about that investigation of the investigation. Next, I'm sure will be an investigation.
The gambler, AKA James Comey, just, doesn't know when to fold him or walk away, because, he just said it himself. I was part of that, and I know what was going on. Well, wouldn't that be a good reason for John Durham to knock on your door and want to interview you? I mean, I can't think of a better reason. Okay, so you decide. That's it for now. James Comey, the gambler. Thanks for stopping by the Daily Facts. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and comment below. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.